This time, they're taking no chances. The fences are going up around the Capitol building.
5-5, 5-6, 5-7, 5...
And thousands of National Guard are being brought in for next week's inauguration. But there's an extra challenge. The FBI is warning that extremist supporters of Donald Trump are ready to stage violent protests in all 50 of the nation's state capitals. There was a preview of that on the now infamous date of January the 6th. In New Mexico, protesters clashed with riot police. And in Ohio, there were fights with supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement. That was, of course, eclipsed by what happened at the very heart of American democracy, when the Capitol building was stormed. Security experts say there's never been a threat like this on Inauguration Day.
You have to assume that these people who are hyper-radicalized and now mobilized to violent action, or appear to be mobilized, they may try something similar.
In just over a week, Joe Biden will be sworn in as the 46th President of the United States, and that will happen on a platform up there just below those flags. But last week, hundreds of Trump supporters stormed up the steps here to break into the Capitol building. Still, the president-elect says he's not worried. The outgoing president says it's plans to impeach him for a second time, which is the real cause of the problem, and he says he doesn't want any more trouble.
We want no violence, never violence. We want absolutely no violence.
The arrests continue of those who broke into the Capitol last Wednesday. This man dressed as a bison is Jake Chansley. He's been charged on 3 counts relating to the violent entry into the building. And Adam Johnson, seen in this now infamous photo, left court today and also faces serious charges. Joe Biden received his second dose of the COVID vaccine today. He wants the fight against the virus to be the focus of the first days of his administration. But he also knows before that can begin, the country has to get through these tense and potentially dangerous days.
To Andy now. Andy, you're in Washington, but the president's heading out of town, isn't he?
Yes, Sean, he's off to Texas. In fact, he's going to the Alamo, scene of a fantastically symbolic moment in American history when a small American force was overwhelmed by a Mexican army. He's going to talk about his wall, about immigration, but it sounds as if, judging by what he had to say before he left Washington, he's not going to stoke up the rhetoric in the way that he did a week ago. But even if he does that, that's not going to stop the Democrats here at Congress going for impeachment, a kind of trial by Congress. And if that does happen, as everyone fully expects it to, then Donald Trump will be the first president to be impeached twice.